how do we train in SV when you don't have a training partner? So I have all these skills. I'm in the annual, I'm an annual member. I'm really plugged in. I watch the monthly Zoom sessions. I participate, but when I'm by myself, what does that actually look like? And we just wrapped up SV Accelerator Week, and boy, that was so enjoyable for me. And I want to thank all of you that are still that have provided feedback, and you're still, keep the feedback coming, because that's what we look at to know how we're doing. And you encouraging us, it works both ways. That really gets us going, so that we can continue to bring this to you. But thus far, it's all thumbs up, and I really appreciate that. What does it look like? The truth is that there are more components to SV that lend itself to solo training than they are with a partner. Partner work is important because partner work gives you an opportunity to train in something that's coming in, the timing, look at the angles, look at where you're actually targeting. But there's so much more to train that is solo work. I'm going to take you back again, right, to the origins of how this is born on the island, where, outside of when they had presentations, when they had conferences, that's what they were called, where they would have people coming in from Europe and presenting and doing, that would be, but that wasn't an everyday thing. The everyday thing is your mind, and whether you had a cane or whether it's an umbrella or a dollar or whatever it is, and you have to find a way to keep yourself sharp every day. So these are the areas that you would be focusing on that do not require you to have a partner. And the first one of those is the importance of the mental training and the breathing, and how both of those come in. So that should be something daily for you, and it doesn't require a lot of time. 3 minutes that you can dedicate to that. And the breathing, as we've learned, is the connection to, it's what allows you to affect the nerve system, so that under the duress of not just a physical assault, but the stressors of daily living, how do you bring that back? There's different breathing methods to bring about certain responses. And the one that that we focus on, for instance, in Accelerator Week, is how to quiet down sympathetic and bring about parasympathetic. How that ties into the mental training, how you can use prayer during that time, and how the subconscious mind works. The power behind the gift of the subconscious mind, that on the other hand, if what you're putting in are thoughts that are not in your best interest and aligned with the things that you want, then that's not good either, right? So it works both ways, but the all-important mental and the breathing. From there, you move on to that daily warm-up. And that daily warm-up, we shared one that takes 5 minutes to do. I'll reference the SV annual membership. Look at Maestro Ruiz's. You can come up with your own, but the idea is to get the circulation going, the lymphatic system going, and clear your mind, oxygenate your tissues. It's very energizing. And in those movements that you're doing later on, you start learning that those movements are part of how we respond to physical assault. It's what gets you out of trouble. From there, you can go into your SV walking, a very specific way that you go with the tool. Alternatively, you can use your strength training during that time, or both. And again, this doesn't take a lot of time. I do like to take my movement session and make it 30 minutes. You may not have 30 minutes. You may only have 10 minutes, and that's fine. Keep it lean, right? Because when you start putting it to you're adding bloat to it, and bloat is not good. It doesn't feel comfortable. You can pick it up later on, right? But you don't have to fit everything in during that time. Separate from the walking, or done interspersed with this walking, is the stopping and doing your flows. So you have an SV flow, where a hallmark of it is your slide and glide with the cane down. We spoke about the advantages, how it works with gravity, how it lubricates the joints, how, if you have shoulder injuries, how it is that helps you, right? So there's a mother hand that works that injured limb, for instance. But regardless of whether you have an injury or not, you're practicing your footwork. That's the next component that you can dedicate time to, is go look at the footwork template that I put together. Every response, physical response in SV, you can see that footwork, the entering, the blending, the lapel grab, the triangling, all these footworks. Those are the ways that you respond. And although SV doesn't teach a form, it doesn't teach forms because it doesn't want to tie into that. It teaches you instead in how to move. You can turn that footwork into a flow. Many have, and they've raved about it. The other component of it is you can use the SV Trojan Horse. The Trojan Horse in SV refers to two things: the strategy of selling something, an injury or something where you're not going to, and all of a sudden you do strike. But also, Trojan Horse, the founder named that when you take bungee cord and wrap it around a column or around a heavy bag and you put 2 dowels through it, that works. If you have a ball bag, if you have a heavy bag, anything that you can have, it's kind of like it's the Cuban version of a wooden dummy, in the Chinese martial arts. And you would take your cane and move in and outside of these, and you'll have a training just dedicated to that. But this allows you to make contact without destroying anything, right? So if you're doing this with a tree, you're not destroying the tree because you're holding the strikes, but it allows you to move in and out. And it's a training device, right? That is so useful. And that is, you can use it also to stand in front of that bob bag and that Trojan Horse, and then practice your responses. Your responses should have the verbals, right? So whether it's anticipation, whether it's suspension, waiting, the elements of earth, wind, fire, water, how do you respond? So am I moving away and then coming in? Am I stepping to the outside? Do I have to immediately shut it down? Work on being explosive there. See, these are all things that you can practice. It's a lot of things. The majority of things are designed in SV for solo work. And then you'll have in place how to go out and practice this with somebody else. You can come down to the headquarters, make an event, make a vacation out of it. If you find yourself in the capacity to do it, well worth it. If you're really into SV, that may certainly be a goal for you. But if not, talk to a friend, talk to a family member, get involved with them, and then you can start doing that. But look at everything that you have to cover that you can do on a daily basis, and keep your sessions short, keep them lean. If you can dedicate more time, great, but there's nothing wrong with doing a session in the morning and then a session in the afternoon or in the evening, closer to the evening. What happens when you do that, by the way, it gives your metabolism a boost. And we notice and we report people that say, hey, I'm losing weight doing this. And I haven't really, those mini sessions that you keep going, especially emphasizing the breathing, give your metabolism a boost. All right, so let me know how you think, but definitely it can be done. That's how you do it. That's how you organize your sessions. If you like it, comment below. You have questions, let us know, and I'll see you on the next video.